Well, good morning and welcome. It's with great pleasure that I welcome you all here today on this very special occasion. Graduation is the most important event in the university calendar, a day when we recognize and applaud the achievements of our graduates and share with them in their success. First and foremost, we are here to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our graduates. It is wonderful to see so many of you here today. I think an all-time record for a degree ceremony at the University College. We've never had quite so many people in the hall at one time. And we know for some it's meant starting your journey some days ago from the Middle and Far East, around Europe and the UK. Congratulations to you all. Welcome also to the employers, partners, parents, children and friends who have come together today to celebrate with our soon-to-be graduates. We acknowledge the impact your support has made to our graduates' success, and we can only guess how relieved you all were when eventually the results came through. It gives me great pleasure to also welcome our special guest today, Gillian Charlesworth, Chief Executive Officer at the BRE Group. Gillian will be sharing her experiences with us a little later on. Before we get to the awards themselves, I would now like to invite the University College Principal, Ashley Wheaton, to address the graduates.
Thank you, Stephen. First of all, I'd like to add my own very, very warm welcome to everybody here today. You probably didn't do this deliberately, but you have picked an extremely special year in which to graduate from UCM. It's our centenary year. And from our humble beginnings in 1919, following the institution's foundation by Sir William Wells, to meet the post-war demand for new building and construction, this institution has grown to become the largest provider of higher education to the built environment professions, with over 4,000 students studying in over 115 countries worldwide. The reason that we were founded and the reason that we're still here today is so clearly set out in our Royal Charter, granted in 1922, and re-emphasized in the 6 tenets of our core purpose: to deliver education which is accessible, which is relevant, and which is cost-effective, which enhances careers, which increases professionalism, and ultimately contributes to a better built environment. And as I reflect upon the long year of celebrations and the long history we have of providing vitally important education to the built environment, it's abundantly clear to me that our work, as valuable as it has been, is very far from over. As we look to the future, there are numerous and complex and large-scale challenges ahead. We will be required as an institution to evolve yet further if we are to continue to support and enable our industry with the skills it so clearly needs. Against the backdrop of the climate change emergency, the world needs a more resilient and safer and more sustainable built environment, and with urgency. Global citizens need professionals who operate in the built environment to step up, to show leadership, and to play their part in addressing the challenges, which are now greater and more complex than ever. As well as climate change, there are challenges of fast-growing and fast-moving populations, rapid urbanization, smart cities, and rapid pace of technological change, off-site and on-site manufacturing techniques, and infrastructure and transport solutions on a scale the world has never seen before. The list goes on, and it is certainly extensive. And that's why our long-term vision is to become the center of excellence for built environment education. Today, I'd like you all to carefully consider your professional responsibility. How can you become the guardians of our substantial, precious, and highly intricate built environment. Whether you're working in future builds or new builds, whether you're working on buildings which are being restored or preserved or regenerated, or those being maintained or updated or simply managed and used. What we need you to do is to find solutions which are creative, innovative, and which most importantly will serve future generations. We need you to understand the long-term, human-centric approach to the built environment which aligns with principles of social value and is sensitive to and appreciative of the natural environment in which our buildings sit. And most importantly, be unerring in upholding the highest professional standards and quality, and do not be tempted by a short-termist approach. It's on that basis, and in my view, that the built environment needs you now more than ever. And we should all feel confident and reassured knowing that you, as well as other UCM graduates, will continue to be at the heart of exceptional solutions for the built environment. Ultimately, UCM's mission remains straightforward: to fully support our students' education and career ambitions, wherever they are and at whatever level, whether they wish to go slow or fast, regardless of age, ethnicity, or gender, or start point or background, without any unnecessary barriers. We want to make sure we're equipping each and every possible UCM student today with the necessary skills to ensure that the built environment of tomorrow is an exceptional one. And at UCM, I believe that's what makes us different. It makes us special, and I firmly believe it makes us better. So, if you're on this side of the room, you are undoubtedly an extraordinary group of people. You know, I'm always incredibly humbled and very proud and delighted, and perhaps more importantly impressed by your collective achievements on a day such as today. It's an incredible amount of hard work and determination that you've all demonstrated to achieve something remarkable. Noting, of course, that virtually all of you have graduated whilst combining studies with full-time work. And today, you and your families and friends have the opportunity to celebrate and reflect on those achievements. I'm sure you'll agree with me that typically in life, you only get out what you put in. And in all of your cases, you've put in an extraordinary amount, and you richly deserve everything that you get out. I'd urge you all to look forward and consider the future and the positive impact that your newly gained qualifications and skills can have on the built environment. And perhaps more importantly, on the lives of the people who live and work and play within it. Please be ambassadors for UCM and for the great work that we do as you join the some 150,000 alumni from this great institution. Before I finish, I would like to pause and take a moment to thank all of our UCM trustees, many of whom are here today. They all give their time voluntarily, and their continued support and oversight is extremely valuable to us. And in particular, I'd like to thank Dr. Stephen Jackson for guiding us through today's proceedings. I'd also like to recognize the exceptional work that's done by these people behind me. In fact, all members of staff at the University College, of course, many of whom are not here today, whose dedication and commitment is essential in providing such high-quality programs each and every year. Please do join me now in thanking all of them. In closing, and most importantly, I'd ask you to celebrate jointly with your families and friends who have supported you. Ensure that you thank them for their valued support and sacrifices, which were undoubtedly an integral part of your studies. And then go on and make them even more proud of you as you develop your careers and help to make a better built environment. Thank you very much.
I now invite Jane Fawkes, Deputy Principal, to call forward the graduands to receive their awards.
As we begin our awards today, please feel free to join us in congratulating all our graduates by clapping and cheering their success. I now call upon the Principal to present those who have been awarded Master of Business Administration, Construction and Real Estate. The following graduands have been awarded with pass. Fortune Scherer. Al-Shaimar Mohammed Ahmed Tharbet. The following graduates have been awarded with merit. Thomas Bridgeton. Debbie Ann Harding. Chantel Nokathula Moyo. Innocent Archeng Nkuyahaga. Rashpal Singh Pune. Katie Ann Smith. Richard Hugh Willing. I now present a graduate who's been awarded with distinction. Sammy Phoenix. Principal, it now gives me great pleasure to present to you graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Building Surveying with pass. Ka Yan Chan. Jonathan Firth. Ka Wei Hao. Yin Pun Lee. Joshua Tucson. The following graduates have been awarded Master of Science Building Surveying with merit. Thomas Alford. Stuart Algar. Matthew Robert Barrett. Paul David Bauer. Lucy Coombs. Julie Eve Fiona Gandolfi. Thomas Goodman. Martin Gowans. Nakor Hansen Saki. Christopher Thomas Hobbs. Stuart Holden. Jonathan Terry Holland. Daniel Hunter. Charisma Hyman. Graham Allen Jones. Ryan Jones. Thomas Martin Jeffrey. Becky Oliver. Abby Reed. Andrew James Sinclair. Now I present those who have been awarded Master of Science Building Surveying with distinction. Claire Bates. Danielle Bish. Joshua Hamilton Fletcher. Mary Jane Hawson. Michelle McNamara. Kirsty Warden. Principal, I now present to you those who have been awarded Master of Science, Construction Management. The following graduates have been awarded Master of Science, Construction Management with pass. Kwasi Apaya Asamoah. Eleanor Flavel. Ginteris Yotas. Simone Babatunde John. Diraj Thapa. The next graduates have been awarded Master of Science Construction Management with merit. Adam Lawrence Cooper. Nicholas Humphreys. Eliza Opoku Aser. Jasmine Stubbs. Owen Wartnaby. I now present a graduate who has been awarded Master of Science Construction Management with distinction. Terry Baker. We move now to those graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Quantity Surveying. I present to you graduates who have been awarded Master of Science Quantity Surveying with pass. Lewis Carwood. Chai Ming Chan. Charlotte Francis Cox. Yam Man Fong. Ko Pik Kan. Elliot George Lamb. Knowledge Manandanya Muru. Arminat Abiola Ojeni. Devala Kumar Kirikumar Shah. Deepti Susan Zachariah. The following graduates have been awarded Master of Science Quantity Surveying with merit. Holly Bailey. Carolyn Angela Clay. Joshua Cooper. Danny Jo McAvoy Cox. Ashley Sean Fletcher. Andrea Garrix. Stuart Hards. Yaganathan Haridran. Alan Healy. Chai Ying Ho. Kin Fei Lau. Chu Yu Ma. Joel Mary Joseph. Jennifer Owen. Raymond Sarimba. Kieran Andrew Thomas. Ethan Ward. The next graduates have been awarded Master of Science Quantity Surveying with distinction. Joshua William Brown. James Patrick Goddard. Roseanne May Goody. Matthew Clifford Hamilton Grange. Katie Iverson Brown. Laura Jane Millican. Ryan Mitchell Spray. Nikita Watson. Principal, we now make awards to those who have been awarded Master of Science, Real Estate. I present first those who have been awarded Master of Science, Real Estate with pass. Darshana Kirthi Abisakara. Shreya Lakhani. Maxwell Munira. Jurgita Reading. The next graduates have been awarded Master of Science, Real Estate with merit. Jason Au. Antonia Grace Beach. Tuk Yin Ko. Y Yan Quincy Kuan. Kin Ning Kenneth Lee. Christian Nicholas McAvoy. Lauren McKay. Wesley Gabriel Morass. Ishtaq Ahmed Mushtaq. Charlie Runcorn. Tom Charles Schweier. Hamish Simi. Catherine Spooner Price. Keisha Elizabeth Jane Toghill. Isabel Lois Tucker. Joshua Jack Winder. Benjamin Yeomans. The next graduates have been awarded Master of Science Real Estate with distinction. Joshua Sinner. Hannah Clack. William John Clifford Davison. Maureen Hutchett. Charlotte Davidshek. Hannah Dunn. Robert Fuchs. Jenna Louise Hull. Stephen Johnston. Rachel Lilly. Miriam Daisy Lynch Bathgate. Leo Sebastian Petty. Sarah Victoria Potter. Elizabeth Charlotte Ralston. Keir Richard Sawtell Salter. Oliver Edward William Sanderson. Robert Michael Sumner. Regame Ward. Shun Hai Shanky Wu. The final graduates have been awarded MSc Building Surveying with merit. Kar Chun Law. Si Yan Zita Liu. We warmly congratulate all those who are also graduating in absentia today. Principal, may I now ask you to present prizes to those who have performed best overall across our UCEM postgraduate programmes. Our first award is made to a graduate who has completed the Master of Business Administration, Construction and Real Estate programme. The prize is sponsored by the Chartered Management Institute and goes to Sammy Phoenix. Our next award is made to a graduate who's completed the Master of Science Building Surveying programme. The UCM prize goes to Mary Jane Hawson. Our next graduate has completed the Master of Science Construction Management and is awarded the UCM Prize. Terry Baker. The next prize is awarded to a graduate who has completed the Master of Science Real Estate programme. The prize is sponsored by Chase and Partners and goes to Elizabeth Charlotte Ralston. The UCM Responsible Futures Prize considers excellence in sustainability or social submissions. This demonstrates our commitment to providing an institutional experience which helps prepare students to be responsible global citizens. Today, we are very pleased to present this award to Laura Millican. We also congratulate those prize winners who are unable to be with us today. Principal, we now turn to the presentation of a very special award, the Chapman Adkin Award.
So, at every graduation, we take some time to think about those students, and in particular, in this case, a student who went through extreme adversity and yet still succeeded in their studies. What I'm going to read for you is the final communication we had with this particular student. I sat my final exam yesterday and I wanted to express my sincere thanks to UCM and every member of staff, both lecturing and student support, that I've come into communication with. I've thoroughly enjoyed the last 2 years, and there is no doubt that it has posed challenges. But without the course offered by UCM, I could not have started this new chapter in my life. In 2016, I was selected for redundancy upon return from maternity leave as part of a group of colleagues being restructured. I was head of child protection and safeguarding, a lecturer, and I'd committed 14 years to trying to change young lives. I was heartbroken and decided that this was likely to happen again under the then leadership, so I needed to make the change myself and no longer be a sitting duck. Then I fractured my spine. A few months of recovery, and in 2017, I enrolled on the MSc Building Surveying course, and with industry advice later changed to the Quantity Surveying pathway, which meant studying 3 modules alongside a full-time job, regular health appointments, and looking after 2 children. I made it work. Moved to Easter this year, and having completed work experience the previous summer, I was offered and accepted an assistant quantity surveyor role with a regional contractor. I love my job. My colleagues are amazing, I'm less stressed, and my family are happier. In short, none of this could have been achieved without UCM, so thank you. Thank you for your acceptance, the knowledge, the inspiration, and the motivation. The course has changed both mine and my family's life. I will always highly recommend UCM. Please pass on my sincere thanks to everyone, especially to Gordon Brown. My goodness, that man is a teacher everybody needs. So please join me in congratulating our Chapman Adkin Prize winner for Jennifer Owen.
Principal, we now turn to the award of UCM Honorary Fellowships. Today we have the opportunity to recognise and honour in public 4 distinguished persons who throughout their career have had involvement with UCM. Each person continues to have a special affinity with the works and values of UCM, so it is with great pleasure that we make these awards today. Ben Bolgar. Graham Chase. Simon Colsar. Adam Marks. Principal, it now gives me very great pleasure to present to you the very first UCM Honorary Degree Award. An honorary degree is made in recognition of those whose career has made an impact and wider contribution to the built environment, and reflects our core purpose to deliver truly accessible, relevant and cost-effective education. We are very pleased to honour an individual who has made an outstanding contribution with the award of Honorary MBA. Kieran Bird. Principal, this concludes the awards today.
It now gives me great pleasure to invite Gillian Charlesworth to address our graduates. We look forward to hearing about her background and how she is continuing to make a contribution and impact within the built environment sector. Gillian.
Thank you very much for that warm welcome, and good morning to everyone. Congratulations to all who've achieved degrees and other awards this morning on your excellent achievements. And I'd also like to add my congratulations to your academic leaders, your families, partners and friends for the support that they have undoubtedly given you during your studies. And just on a personal note, I would like to congratulate Jennifer again. Jennifer and I met a few weeks ago completely randomly at an event and connected. Great to see you here today, Jennifer, and well done on that fabulous award. So now the path towards becoming fully fledged professionals is in front of you. And as part of the built environment profession, as we heard earlier, you're taking on responsibility for some of the greatest challenges of the 21st century, possibly of any century. You're going to be called on to achieve zero carbon in our buildings, to reduce the enormous amount of waste that is created by the construction sector, and to make sure that our tall buildings are safe. And that's just 3 of the many challenges that you will be responsible for. So today, I'd like to offer a few suggestions of my own as to how you might prepare for professional life, how to respond to these challenges. First, a little bit about my own career journey and how I came earlier this year to be the CEO of BRE. Well, you might be surprised to hear about some of the things that I've done during my career. I've been a civil servant. I've also been a chef. I've run major events at royal palaces, owned a small business, set standards for accountants and regulated surveyors. I've also led commercial and influencing strategies for the alcoholic drinks industry. Before I was appointed to BRE earlier this year, I spent 15 years, fantastically enjoyable years, working at RICS. So you might be asking, how on earth is all that relevant to what you're doing now? I think it's a very fair question. And my answer is in several parts, which I hope you'll find useful when thinking about how to plan your own careers, and in some cases, the next phase of careers that are already established. My first advice is always learn from every single thing that you do in your working life. No work experience should ever be wasted. or ever needs to be wasted. Secondly, think about the skills that you're gaining. Be careful to understand and define those skills, because undoubtedly you will be called upon to transfer them to new roles, new organisations, new types of jobs. And thinking laterally when you look at roles is a really good way of building a career, in my experience. Thirdly, I think it's really important to work out your values. What makes you tick? What's important to you? And then be true to those values. A while back, I worked out what really matters to me, the core values or drivers that have dictated the roles that I've taken. And my 3 drivers are as follows. First, responsibility. I want to take responsibility, and that's why I strove to become the CEO of an organisation, and one that's committed to standards and best practice. My second core tenet is the fundamentals of life, the things that really matter above all else. So that explains perhaps why I ended up working in the food and drink industry at one point, and then why I've spent so long in the built and natural environment. And then thirdly, as importantly as those first 2, enjoyment, fun. It's really important for me to feel that I'm having fun and enjoying every working day. So, whilst my career path may look a little strange, I think there is a common set of threads there which have really carried me along. The fourth piece of advice I want to give you is about building networks and making sure that your networks are as diverse as you can possibly make them to help expand your perspectives. So in summary, my advice to you in finding the right role as you embark on your professional journey is to find an organisation whose purpose you truly believe in. Identify the skills that will enable you to shine, and aim for the right level of seniority and responsibility where you can do your best work. So, turning now to you and your futures as built environment professionals. And what does it mean to be a professional in the 21st century? The principal touched on this earlier in his introduction. And I think we've reached a historic moment in the history of the built environment professions. They really came to the fore in the early to mid-19th century, when some of the greatest challenges of that age needed to be addressed. The first industrial revolution was in full swing, with railways and other major infrastructure projects being needed for the growth of urbanisation as people came in from agricultural work to work in factories and businesses, which of course created massive housing needs. And it was at that point that engineers and surveyors got together to form the professional bodies which still exist today, which I'm sure many of you aspire to join. Professionals were, of course, defined by technical competence, standards, so doing the work that they did in a consistent way, and, of course, ethics, by which I would say we mean making judgments, advising, and providing expertise. Professions were highly respected, I would say, until perhaps the 1970s and 80s, when they rather lost their way. It's perhaps difficult to say how or why. Perhaps we as a society began to move away from professional expertise and think more about markets and commerciality. So at this time, I think for whatever reason, professionals rather lost recognition and status. Perhaps in some cases, not all by any means, forgot their obligations as set out in the royal charters of the professions to consider the wider public interest when advising their clients. But I strongly believe that change is afoot, and there's a renewed and growing demand for professionalism, ethics, and expertise. And I want to encourage you all to play your part in reasserting professional values into our business and commercial life. I would say that professionalism and professionals are needed more than ever, and under more pressure than ever before, more public scrutiny and greater public expectation as we grapple with the impact of the fourth industrial age. The huge levels of construction and major infrastructure programs needed as the world urbanises and millions migrate to cities every year. A real echo of what was happening when engineers and surveyors first got together 150 and 200 years ago. We've already talked about building safety, the impacts of climate change, resource scarcity, and these are huge challenges. The magnitude looks impossible. 40% of our carbon emissions come from buildings, and we're aiming for zero. 50% of waste comes from the construction sector, and we want to eliminate that. We're seeing cities around the world running out of basic resources such as water. Can you possibly imagine the impact that that will have? So how can developing professionals like you make their mark and fulfill those responsibilities? Well, briefly, I have 3 characteristics to suggest for you all, regardless of your own personal values. These are ones that can, I think, overlay the whole profession. And in fact, these are taken from RICS. The first, I think, goes without saying. Be professional. Always act with integrity. Always think about what is the right thing to do, and do your very best to do that. Find out about the standards that apply to your work, and don't compromise in following them. Make sure that you commit to lifelong learning, keeping up to date, but also getting ahead and anticipating the future skills. Secondly, be enterprising. Being a professional in this sector isn't just about being ethical and technically competent. You also need to develop business acumen. You'll need to build relationships with your clients and your stakeholders and win business. Also be innovative and full of ideas and solutions. Finally, I would encourage you all to develop your influence. The development, construction, and management of the built environment will play a huge role in the effectiveness of our response to climate change, resource scarcity, resilience, adaptation. And if you want to help shape the way that our world develops, you're going to need to build up your sphere of influence. Build up your voice, speak up, and make sure that you use your expertise and professionalism for good. And don't forget that the way that you act and speak will set the tone for the whole industry. So as I said earlier, build your networks and use them to influence your fellow professionals. And in this way, you will have a huge impact on the culture in the construction and property sector. These are probably serious and daunting thoughts as you leave here, but having worked in this sector, the built environment, for the last 16 years nearly, I can say without hesitation what marvellous careers you've chosen. The opportunities and possibilities are many and varied. you're quite literally going to shape the world that you will live in. And with the knowledge that you've gained here and the future opportunities ahead of you, I hope you'll go on to the next stage of your professional careers, ready to make your contribution to changing our world. So I wish you every success as you leave University College of State Management and embark on the next stage of your exciting careers. Thank you.